Hey everyone, a huge welcome to Steve's Kitchen. We're going to be making cookies and cream ice cream today, or rather we're going to be making Oreo cookies and cream ice cream. Absolutely delicious. Now I've made a few ice creams recently, but I think I'll go straight from the beginning and make the ice cream custard again. Come on, let's get on and make this Oreo cookies and cream ice cream. Now most of our ice creams will start off with a vanilla custard, and this one is no exception. I've got 4 egg yolks in a bowl, and I'm just adding into that 3.5 ounces or 100 grams of white sugar. And I'm also adding in a tablespoon of corn flour or cornstarch. Now the reason I'm adding the cornstarch in there is because when you're doing a custard, they quite often split. And this is, for a beginner, a much easier way. It just means the custard will set a little bit quicker, less chance of it splitting. Now I'm going to take a whisk and we're just going to blend this together until we get a lovely creamy paste. And you'll notice it lightens. Now we're just going to set that aside. We've got 1 pint of milk here which I want to warm on the stove. And that's approximately 600 ml of full cream milk. Now I'm just going to heat this milk up until it's nearly at a boil. And we want to add our vanilla flavouring at this point. Now you could add a vanilla pod in there, a vanilla extract even. I'm going to try this vanilla bean paste. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of that into my milk. Now my milk is hot, but it's not boiling, and I'm going to be adding that into the egg yolks now, but I need to be mixing as I add it. Just start with a small amount and beat it vigorously so that you don't cook the egg yolks. Then we can add a little bit more. Then I'll add the last bit in. And that is the start of our custard. We can pour that back into our saucepan, and then we're going to bring it back over to the stove here on a very medium heat. We're just going to heat this up. I don't want it to actually boil, but I want it to thicken slightly so it coats the back of the spoon with custard. If we boil this too heavily, it will split, and that's one of the reasons I used the corn flour. It's important that you stir constantly, don't stop at all. And you'll see there now the custard has thickened nicely. It's coating the back of the spoon. That is now ready. Now we need to let this custard cool down. I'm going to put it into a glass bowl. And I'm going to add about 200 grams or 200 mils of very thick cream into this now. It'll help it cool down, but it will give a lovely creamy texture to our ice cream. And now we want this custard to completely chill down. I'm going to pop mine in the fridge for a good few hours. You could use an ice bath, but I'm happy to let it cool in the fridge. Now I've stressed this before, but do make sure this ice cream bucket, whatever machine you're using, is lovely and cold. It should have been overnight in the freezer. Going to pop that together. Now if, like me, your ice cream mixer goes on a stand mixer like this, we put it on its lowest speed. And if not, turn your ice cream mixer on. Make sure that your custard is very chilled, and we just pour that in there now. And we continue to mix this until it's gone to a soft serve, which usually takes about 30 minutes with my machine. And whilst our ice cream is mixing, we're just going to take 10 of these Oreo cookies and start to cut them up into smaller pieces and set those aside, because we'll be using those, adding them into the ice cream when it's set. And you can decide whether you want all the little crumbs in there as well. Now, in addition to the Oreo cookies, we want extra cream in here, otherwise it won't be a cookie and cream ice cream. So I've got 200 grams or 200 mils of thick whipping cream or double cream. We're going to whip this up with a hand mixer until it's stiff. Now keep mixing until your cream is lovely and thick like that, and then we're going to sweeten it slightly like a chantilly cream. I'm just going to add a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half, depending on how you like it, of powdered sugar, and then just briefly mix that in. And then we can set that aside with the cookies until the ice cream's finished. Okay, our ice cream now has set to a soft scoop. It's beautiful now. I'm just going to pull the paddle out of there gently. Now that is a beautiful vanilla ice cream just as it is, but we're going to take this to a whole new level. We're going to take that ice cream now, and I'm going to move that out of my ice cream bowl into something that I can put into the freezer. And now our whipped cream. We're just going to put the whipped cream on top of the ice cream. And I'm just taking a fork now and I'm folding the cream in. I want to keep that cream not completely mixed through, so that you get the occasional bit of sweet cream in with the ice cream. Next, of course, we're going to take those Oreo cookies, just pour those on top. And again, using a fork, I'm just going to push them into the ice cream and give them a gentle mix through. Then I'm going to stick an Oreo cookie right on the top there. And I'm probably just going to have one scoop of this now, but that is an absolute delicious looking ice cream, isn't it? So here goes, another wonderful opportunity to make a homemade ice cream that tastes miles better than anything you'll buy in the shops. Let's give this a try. That is absolutely delicious. You made it yourself, you know what's gone into it. This is a fantastic, better than anything you could possibly buy in the shops. Okay, please share the love, give this one a thumbs up. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Take care. Now here's a link to some of the other ice creams on my channel, and also there was a wonderful Oreo smoothie I did which I was quite proud of. It was absolutely delicious. I'll leave that link there as well. Be good everybody, comments down below. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel. I love to hear from you guys. See you next time.